Hi guys, welcome back. It's Heather, and what you are seeing here are a couple clips from my workout this week. I'm currently doing MAPS, Muscle Mommy program, and I am in phase 2. So right now I'm just doing some RDLs that are going to be followed by seesaw presses, back rows, cable rope face pulls, and then finally captain chair crunches. So that's what I'm doing in the clips that you guys are going to be watching. After that, I'm going into a car conversation, and I hope that you guys are able to get something from it. And I just apologize because I know that the transitions and everything else with this video, they are lacking in a very, very major way, but this is the first time that I've ever tried to do this. So if anybody wants to give me any constructive criticism, I'm more than happy to listen to it. Let me know if the sound is clear and if everything goes together. Would it be better with just a talk, or what do you guys think? I don't know. However, I just wanted to do a voiceover so you guys could know what the heck is going on, because I had to ask myself, what are we doing here, Heather? What are we doing here? So, like I said, the next major clip is going to be of me talking in the car, and I'm on my way to church going to girls' small group.
You make me really mad. They know that they can't go anywhere, but they won't let you make a left-hand turn. Good grief. So I am on my way to church, ironically enough. But I'm tired. I'm really tired, and this is one of those moments that I was saying that I want to try to be authentic. It's really sunny. I want to try to be authentic and not perfect, show you the good days and the bad days, and today is one of those days where I'm really tired. I did not want to get up and get dressed and go to church, but I know I needed to. All right, well, here we are. Real life. Real life. Probably because my car is so dusty, it needs to be cleaned up there. That's why the thing won't stick. But yeah, this is real life. Like, there's days that I don't want to do this. There's days that I don't want to get up and go to church. But you know what? God is so good because he helped me with everything that I needed to get done today. I got up, I went to the gym, got up at 3 a.m., was at the gym by like 3:30, 3:45. I worked all day, got all my work done. I was able to upload my first video. He showed me how to create my thumbnail, showed me how to do all the things that I needed to do. And I feel like the least I could do is go to church. Go spend the time with the girls in our small group at church, because the one thing about the Christian life, you can't live it by yourself. I don't care what you say or what you think you know, you gotta have community. Because if you don't have community, the enemy is gonna take you out that fast. Because there's nothing better to him than a lone Christian. Like, you can't do this life by yourself because it's not easy. I think people believe that Christianity and being saved or whatnot, it's easy and you live this perfect little life, and that's not true. And I will shout this from the mountaintops, and I'm like, this is the hill I'm willing to die on, because I believe that it's harder to be saved and to live your life according to God's standards, because God wants you to forgive people that you would have cussed out. God wants you to love people that you would have slapped. And when I say you, I'm talking to me. But if the shoe fits, wear it. But I'm just saying, it's not easy. What's easy is going off on people. What's easy is going back to the way that, you used to live and doing the things that you used to do, because they are familiar. So why not? So I just feel like it's not easy. Being saved is not easy. It is hard. And I believe that he takes you from glory to glory. There's so many things now that I don't do that I used to do. But it was, he worked on me so gradually that I didn't even realize it until I got there. And I thought, holy cow, I don't even do that anymore. That doesn't even bother me. I remember when those things used to bother me. I remember when hearing that person's name, I would go off. I remember when thinking about how they mistreated me would just make me angry. And now I feel bad for them. Because if you knew who I knew, you wouldn't act like that. You wouldn't treat people like that. And you wouldn't have treated me like that. When people show you who they are, you believe them. I don't believe that just because you're saved now, you're not supposed to have boundaries. Love everybody, but create boundaries. Jesus had his 12 disciples. That was his crew. But his inner circle was John, James, and Peter. I had to think about that. Don't mind my menopause brain. Sometimes I forget my way to church. I legit have to write it. I have a note on how to get to church because sometimes I'm driving and I forget and I get nervous. So I legit have to bring out my phone like, oh yeah, that's right, I do turn there. So anyhow, back to what I was saying. I think that boundaries are important. Who you allow in your inner circle. Everybody doesn't need to know everything about you. Period. So that's how I feel about that. But back to going to church tonight, meeting community, going to meet with the girls at church. I've been going to church here, it'll be about a year in June. So I'm very, very happy. I'm not newly saved. I've been saved ever since I was a little girl, ever since I can remember. But I am a prodigal. I am a prodigal daughter. I went out, I spent all my money on the feast and came back home. There's a lot more to it than that, and eventually I'll get into it. But I'm very confident in the things that I know. I don't know everything, but I do know what I know. And that's part of why I'm here, because I want to share. I want to share the things that God shares with me. And I want to encourage other young women, like, you're not alone. You're not out here alone. You're not single by yourself. You're not walking this straight line by yourself. You're not trying to do the things by yourself. There are other people that are out here, other younger women that are out here trying to live the same life. And if I can create a community where we encourage each other, we pray for each other, we laugh with each other, then that's what I want to do. And it's not all perfect. And I'm not going to try to pretend that it is. Like, I was so worried about starting a YouTube because I'm like, oh, well, I don't have like this real aesthetic page. I can't even talk. Place where I can film all this content. My life is not glamorous. My life is so boring and is so routine. And I'm okay with that. I love routine. And there's this one girl that I watch on YouTube. I think her name is like Amber Baldwin, I think. But she's 46 years old. She's single. She has her little rescue dog, Georgie. And she's an introvert. And I absolutely freaking love her page. And she's boring as hell. But to me, it's soothing. She's not really boring. Like, that's just how she rolls, and I'm okay with it, and I'm here for it. And like, I started watching her, and she was living in a scamper. I didn't even know what the heck a scamper was until I found her. I thought, oh my gosh, like, I'm not a nerd. Like, it's okay for me to want to be at home. It's okay for me to want to do my creative journaling. It's okay for me to just want to sit and read books or go outside and sit in the yard. Like, I don't go to bars anymore. I don't drink anymore. I'm not going back to what I used to do. I'm not throwing it back. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to live my life in a way that is holy, that dignifies God, that he can look down and be like, good job, Heather. You know? So I just want you to know, like, if your life is boring, it's okay. Don't apologize for it. Do not apologize for it. enjoy your boring life and be thankful that you can live a boring, peaceful life. Because for me, I love my peace. I love being able to work from home every day and not have to be bothered with going out into the real world. Like, my real world consists of my mom and my little dog Jilly. Though that's who I see every day. And the people at the gym. And that's it. So I just want to encourage you girls to do the things that make you happy. If it's big stuff, little stuff, simple stuff, nerdy stuff, whatever it is, do the things that make you happy. Do the things that God has called you to do. And, oh, I can't see. Sun, it's so strong. Keep going. Like, and don't apologize for it. Don't apologize for liking to stay at home. Don't apologize for being maybe kind of boring. What's boring to some people is interesting to other people. I'm telling you, like, the people that I follow on YouTube are like night and day. They're all completely different, but I love each one of them for certain reasons, and I enjoy watching all of them thoroughly. So I hope that if you come around, there's something that you like here. If it's just the way that I kind of go on my rambles, or the way that I tell stories, or whatever, I don't know. But I'm just happy you're here if you've stayed this long. Because, girl, I know I would just be... Oh, Jesus. Lord. And we're at church. And I'm a little early, which is nice. But somebody took my freaking parking space, man. So, I guess, you know what? Oh, let's go around. Shoot. Yeah, somebody took my freaking parking space. I always park over there. Like, why would they take my parking space? I know that's not really... It's not very godly, I would say. Normally I park right there, but somebody else is parked in my spot, so I guess I'm just stuck here. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I really want to get better at this, and I just kind of did this talk just on a whim. Like, I'm not using a script. I didn't sit down and think about this. I just thought I would try to do a car chat since I look halfway put together, and I'm, you know, out and about. I have some time by myself. It's nice outside. It's sunny, so I can utilize the natural light as well. But I just want to show up. I want to show up. I want to produce the best content that I can, and I hope you guys are just willing to bear with me, because I really don't know how to edit. I don't know how to make these super creative vlogs, but that is my long-term goal, to be able to create these interesting vlogs that feed your soul, that feed you, that comfort you, that make you laugh. I want you to feel like she's my friend. Like, I want you to really feel that you know me. You know me, you know what I do on a daily. You know how I try to grind. You know how I try to look out for the people that I love. I want you to know me. So I think that's all I'm going to say for now, because I'm running out of things to say. So I will check back in maybe later or tomorrow. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what we talk about tonight. So, good morning. Happy Sunday. Today is March 29th, and it is about 9 o'clock a.m. I do not go to church on Sundays, usually. I usually go on Saturday night, so that's why I am at home right now. So, if this is your first time here, my name is Heather Thompson with a P. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's okay. You'll come to learn. So this is my second video. I have some videos that I recorded through the week, so I'm going to have to sit down and try to edit those today and have everything done by Thursday, because that's going to be my post day, ideally, posting every Thursday.
I am excited to be here, and what I want to talk about is the month of March, what went right, what went wrong, and the month of April, and what we're going to be doing in April. So, like I said, my name is Heather. I'm 46 years old. I am currently in the change of life, perimenopause, and it's a ghetto place to be, especially right now. It's a lot of trial and error, getting to know your body, what works, what doesn't work. I am on HRT. We're estradiol, I have progesterone and testosterone. Full disclosure, I am also on a GLP-1. I've been on one for a while, but I think the thing with the GLP-1s, it's a tool. It's not an end all be all. You still have to put in the effort. You still have to put in the effort. So I am currently on that, and it's a low dose. It's actually like a maintenance dose. It's not that much. It helps a little bit, but I still have an appetite, especially if I work out really hard. Um, so let's get into the week and the month and everything that went right and went wrong. So, I have some notes I wrote here because I don't want to forget everything that's coming to me. Um, so, what went right? What went wrong? Well, I I struggled this week with getting all my workouts in. I definitely didn't get all my workouts in. I forgot to turn my alarm clock on one day. Did not get up and work out. I think I went to the gym like three days this week, and I just I struggled. I was very tired. I had women's group at church, and I'm very proud of myself because I did not want to go, and I ended going. I actually filmed a talk on my way to church that day, which really would like to post it because I touched on a lot of other stuff. But I definitely enjoyed going. I'm grateful that I went because what we talked about was winning the morning. And how do you start your day? What is your morning routine? Do you start it with prayer? Do you start it with worship? Do you start with reading your Bible? Do you start it with picking up your phone, replying to text messages and emails and all that stuff? And before I started going back to the gym, I used to work out at home and downstairs in our basement. I have pretty much a full setup for a gym. And I would get up in the morning, I would read my Bible, I would pray, I would have my quiet time with God, and then I would work out. Well, since I started going back to the gym, I've started getting up much earlier. I I'm usually at the gym between like 3:30 and 3:45, okay? So I do not read my Bible when I first get up. And a lot of times it ends up getting pushed later in the day, and then I end up not doing it. So that's one thing that I struggled with this month, was not reading my Bible, because at the beginning of the year I was on it. I mean, I was reading my Bible every day. I was taking my notes. I was, feeding myself, feeding my spirit. So that is definitely one thing that I want to work on, is getting back to reading my Bible. Um, Back to small group, which is what we were talking about, winning the morning. And whose words are you going to believe? Are you going to believe what the world is telling you, that the world is falling apart, that the sky is falling? Or are you going to believe what God says? Because God says, I got it. I just need you to trust me. Have faith in me, that everything is everything and you're going to be okay. And it makes me think about, like, what's the first thing that you look at in the morning? Are you looking at the news? Are you looking at all the troubles that lie ahead? Are you thinking about all the drama that's going on at work or whatever? And whose words are you going to believe? So the end of our, like, girl time at church, um, the lesson that we were learning, the guy always ends with an analogy because it's like a video series. Anywho, he always ends with like this cartoon because Jesus liked to tell stories. So that's what he was doing. He was telling like a story, and it played like a cartoon, an animated cartoon or whatever. So it was called, oh God, the Garden of Words. And basically everybody had like this big plot of land, and everybody had a garden on this big plot. Well, everybody's garden looked different. Some people's gardens had beautiful flowers and trees. Other people's had weeds. Anyhow, this one girl, she was standing there and she was like, well, what the heck happened to all my flowers? Why am I starting to get weeds now? And she just got really mad and she started going off. Anyhow, she noticed that a weed popped up when she started to go off. And she's like, well, I'll be. So her friend, her bestie, had all these flowers in her garden, flowers and fruit trees and all this beautiful stuff. So she's like, well, why does she have all that and I don't? So she did the math and she figured it out that it was her words. So my question is to you, what type of words are you speaking over yourself? What type of words are you believing? Are you believing what God tells you, or are you believing what the world tells you? Because I can tell you, the world is not going to tell you what God says. God says you're chosen. He says you're his. He says you were made in his image, that you're perfect in his sight. You know, that he loves you. And the world is going to tell you, "Ooh, girl, you're fat. Your hair is thin. Oh, you're kind of short. Oh, you got a flat butt. Oh, girl, look at the bra fat." That's what the world is going to tell you. They're going to tell you, "Oh, you're stupid. You're too old to do that. You can't do that." But God says, "You can do all things through me because I am the one who gives you strength." So that's what we talked about. And that really, really hit home, because sitting here to try to do these videos is not easy. Trying to learn how to edit is not easy. But I know that if I rely on God, if I ask him for wisdom, he's going to lead me and guide me and give me the things that I need when I need them. I pray that one day I'm able to look back at these videos and say, wow, look at how far God brought me. Because whatever happens, I give him the glory. It's not because of me, it's because of him. So that's what we talked about Wednesday night. And it was definitely well received, because I just was not, I didn't expect to hear that. And I was very, very happy because it was definitely on time. So that was Wednesday. The rest of the week has just been work. I work from home. Every day I work remote. So working, cleaning. The weekend, I basically I bought a new rug for my room and comforter, curtains, did a really good spring cleaning, got rid of a lot of clothes and junk that I no longer needed, no longer served me. March, let's talk about March. In March, I started going back to the gym. I started serving in church. I am part of the prayer team. I actually recorded a video, I think before I went into church that day and after, which I want to see if I can try to edit all this. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get all these videos into one, but God lead me and help me so I can do it. So I started serving in church. I started really tracking my food. I noticed a difference in my weight from tracking my food. There was a couple things that I stopped doing as well. I stopped eating at my desk. I do not eat at my desk when I work anymore. If I eat, I sit at the table, either in the dining room or in the kitchen, but I do not eat in front of my desk, and that has made a huge difference. I'm not just sitting there mindlessly just eating and working and eating and not thinking. That's made a huge difference. So those are some of the things that went right in March. I did not meet all the workouts that I wanted to get in. I think I generally have a goal of 20 workouts a month, and I fell short. I think I'm only at like 16 for the month, and the month is almost over. So I'm not going to make my goal, which is fine. It's been a month. What went wrong? I completely fell off from reading my Bible. I just picked it back up and started reading it like a couple of days ago. And I'm very proud about that. So that's one thing I want to work on. Also, reading. Last year I read, I think, over 32 books for the year. This year I've read one book. I have not read the way that I wanted to. So that's something else that I also want to pick up. Another bad habit that I have acquired is eating ice cream before bed, like a legit ice cream sandwich before bed. How is that going to help you reach your goals? I'll wait. So that's something that I also want to stop. The ice cream sandwiches before bed. That's not serving me anymore. Let's get rid of the ice cream.
April. So these are the goals for April. 5 to 6 weekly workouts, 8 to 10,000 steps a day, Bible reading daily, 10 pages of a book, any book, which is probably going to be, that's what I'm reading. Then I have another book also. Tracking my food daily. I'm currently doing a MAPS program. I don't know if you're familiar with MAPS, but from Mind Pump, and it's the Muscle Mommy program. I'm on like the last week of phase 2. So I'm going to finish that out the end of April or the first week of May. So those are the things that I want to start doing every day, tracking them. Currently, my weight is at 164.6, and that was of yesterday morning. So we're going to see where we can go and what we can do. I also would like to try to share like some recipes and stuff. I have some gym videos that I took, but like I said, everything is trying to learn how to edit. So if you're watching this, just say a prayer for me that God would give me wisdom to figure out how to edit, where I can add all these things and tell a story where it'll hold your attention, because I don't want to just throw it all at you and you're like, what is this girl even trying to talk about? Like, what are we doing here? Why do you have me here, Heather? What are you doing? So those are the things that I am trying to do. I still have, when I get done with this, I'm going to charge up my camera, and then I'm going to go cook my food, my lunch for the week, and then I'm going to sit down and try to edit. I just also decided to try to make myself look halfway presentable, because I don't want to come up here and look busted every week. Some weeks are okay. Yeah, so I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you come back. Let me know in the comments what your goals are for April, what you're trying to accomplish. I thought about doing a 75 hard challenge, but I just feel like this. I am in perimenopause and I need rest. I need rest. And to me, your sleep trumps everything, because if you have bad sleep, you're going to overeat, you're going to be dragging, you're not going to feel your best, and you're not going to perform your best. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I would want to do 75 hard, maybe like a 75 soft challenge. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are you guys doing? I want to know what all the girlies in their, 40s are doing. Like, are you guys on HRT? Are you guys working out? Are you guys doing challenges? How are you sleeping? What are you eating? What is working? What is not working? I just want to help as many people as I can and be as transparent as I can about what's helping. The HRT definitely helps. Definitely helps, because the way that I found out that I was going through the change was because of my A1C. I'll give you the real short version. Long story short, my A1C was in a pre-diabetic range. My doctor was like, you're probably going to end up with diabetes because it's genetic and runs in your family. Skirt. No, I'm not. Could not understand why my A1C was elevated. I was exercising, I was working out. I don't even think I was really drinking at the time either. Like, I was doing all the things that I used to do, and I maintained my weight. And I went down a rabbit hole, and I saw the correlation between estrogen and insulin resistance. And I thought, maybe it's the change of life. Fast forward, I start seeing a menopause specialist. She puts me on HRT, and after a couple months, my A1C was better at, I think, 42 than it was at 39. So I am convinced that I started going through the change at 39 because I was working out, I was doing all the things. So I say that to say, if you are in the beginning stages of perimenopause and your A1C is elevated and you're doing all the things that you're supposed to do, you probably need HRT. You probably need to go and get the estradiol to put on yourself, and it will help. It helped me, and I'm so grateful for it. So yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm already at 15 minutes. So thank you for watching. I'm going to try to get this posted up for Thursday, which will be like the first week of April. couple days. Anywho, thank you. I hope you guys have a great week. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. Do you have any challenges, any goals? Are you guys in perimenopause? Is there anything else I can share with you? Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week, hopefully with an even better video. That's the goal, to get better every single week. Be blessed.